Howdy, we are going to be talking about tents and bugging out. So anyway, what I wanted to show you real quick before we get started, the big thing is I'm going to put up this Elite Weathermaster from Coleman. I'm going to put it up, and that's going to be the big part of this. Not going to put this one up, but I wanted to talk to you about this a little bit. So here's the thing, right? We always tell folks to be ready to bug out, to be prepared to bug out. And in my opinion, it's best to have, multiple levels of that, Don't just have something to where your only option includes loading up a bunch of stuff in a vehicle or something like that. Make sure you have something a little more man-portable in mind as well. I believe in having several tiers if possible, and so that's kind of what we have here. We have two different tiers. If I had to bug out on foot, and meaning that it was my bug out bag and whatnot, this would be the tent that would go with me. Why? Because this is manageable to carry. It's not huge. It's they say a 4-person tent. It's not a bad size tent, and it's not a horrible tent. It's a really inexpensive, cheap tent. Like I always tell people, if all you can afford is to get something inexpensive, don't go without. Get what you can, and then try to work towards getting something better. Try to replace that with something better. But you would be much better served to go ahead and get something, and that way you have it just in case the big event, if you will, happens before you can get something better. So anyway, these are the sleeping bags that I am going to go with, and it's not an ultralight bag. It's not it's not anything super, but what it is an inexpensive bag. These are just under $50 for these bags. Give you a look at the end here. It is a Windy Pass by Wenzel, and they say it's for 0 to 20 degrees, and I've read plenty of reviews on them. And you've got a lot of positive reviews on them. Don't know quite that I would quite go as far as saying they're rated to 0 degrees, but you get the point. It's a relatively decent bag for an inexpensive price, and you could pair this up with a wool blanket or a woobie or something like that, and probably be able to hit that 0 degree without too much of a hassle. So, but again, this would be if I had to go out on foot. This would be if we had to spend any time in the outdoors post SHTF, and of course the primary, secondary, tertiary, I mean there's so many contingencies, isn't for us to be on foot. So, and so there will be vehicles involved, so this wouldn't be such an issue. So anyway, this is an incredible tent. I love this this Elite Weathermaster. I'm going to go ahead and cut the intro part here, and we will get started with setting this puppy up. And I'll talk to you a little bit more about what's going on in the world right now, and why I think it's really important that that people have camping gear. Because this world could get turned upside down, topsy-turvy in a heartbeat for many, many of us. Especially, for instance, those people that don't actually own their property. So anyway, let's get to setting up a tent. Okay, let's just get stuff out of the bag here. This is the CPX6 battery system that comes with it here. So I'm just going to set it out of the way. I don't even use that now because I have a cable that I had made up for this unit, and that's what I will use. So here's the main tent right here. Set that out of the way. This is going to be your poles, bag of stakes, and when I say poles, sorry, this is for the door, and I'm going to show you that. This is for the frame of the door. The door has a hinged door, and I'm going to show you that. That's one of the reasons why we got the tent. Here's your actual poles. the metal ones here. So let me get this bag out of the way and get set up to get this tent deployed. Okay, let's get this tent unrolled here and see what we're dealing with. Get the straps. I try to package this back up as close to how I got it when I bought it as what I can, so it's just kind of something I'm a little OCD about. So try to take care of my things as best as possible, so I try to package them back up the best I can. All right. Unrolling the tent, unfolding it here. This is going to be your little entryway thing. This is going to be your top for the tent, and this is going to be a center divider for the rooms. So we're going to set those off to the side as well. All right, that looks pretty good. All right, let me grab the stakes and we'll stake it down. Okay, and I know that a lot of people are going to do things differently. It's just kind of how we are. So since I normally set up tents by myself, I've kind of got my own way of doing it. So there may be some slight variations from the instructions, but I just start out with a corner. And we're not going to camp out in here or nothing. I'm just doing this for you guys. Airing out the tent as well. So that's the biggest thing, airing out the tent. And it's not good just to leave these packed up. And what I do, I go down to a corner. The other corner. And put a stake in. Now this tent has a vestibule, if I can say it correctly, and I don't set it up until later, and I'll show you why. So I'm just going to get the main stakes in real quick. Do this side. And I know, be a man, quit choking up on the hammer. I know. I'm hammering a stake in the soil. Okay. We may be a little crooked. Ain't nothing new. And then we've got two in the centers here. Okay, let's get some poles. Okay, now for the poles. There are 3 sets of poles and there's 3 sections to each pole. So and those clip in. I always put them to their innermost, and they're not the same. There is one that is different. And it is marked on the tent which ones go where. I will show you. Okay, wait a minute. I said 3. I'm sorry. There's 4. You can smack me. I don't know why I said 3. There's 3 different sections to each pole, but there's a set of 4 poles. Okay, so not to, you know, be into segregation, but let me get the ones with the red markings away from the ones without. And on the tent here, you will see where the poles slide here, you will see a red ring around that. That's where the ones with the red go. So I always start at the very end here, which does not take one with the red. Grab one of your hoop looking pieces here. Slide it all the way through, and I go ahead and I get legs ready. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get this one in. There's little metal clips down here that fit up inside the pole. I don't know if you can see it very well, but right there, and they'll fit up inside the pole. And do the same thing on this side. And there's the back end. Let me continue with the others, and I will see you in a bit. Okay, I've got 3 of the poles in, and before I can put in the 4th pole, the last pole, I have to go ahead and get this vegetable, and I know I can't pronounce the word right. I have to get it out, and so I just kind of do my best to get it lined up. It's got a zippered door, so that can be kind of fun, but I do my best to get it lined up. We're a little crooked here, so the whole tent's staked down crooked, so that's okay. It won't matter in the apocalypse. Nobody will be grading you on how straight your tent is, I'm sure. And if they do, should probably treat them like a zombie. Just saying. Couple more. One here and one on the other side. And this is where the last pole will go. And let me grab that pole. This one's tight. Got it. All right. All right. Let me move the camera and see you in the next clip. Okay, I brought the poles over to do the door. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to clip these on. One of the reasons why we chose this particular tent was because of how well it does in inclement weather. And so it's built pretty robust, and you know, nothing against cheaper and more inexpensive tents, nothing against like the Ozark Trail, but the material on this tent is so much thicker, and you can tell that, than like an Ozark Trail. So, and very robust. So we've got two poles here. Put them together. Oop, I may have lied. Maybe three. Or wait a minute. Actually, sorry, there are two for the door. And then there's two for the top that goes on. There's a couple little outcroppings. That would be one of those. And this would be the other. The first two I had, these two, are for the door. So slide it down through. This is unzipped. Then put it in, zip that up. Okay. Got a hole there. Slide it through. In like that. And you just bend it around. And put it in the slot in the bottom. And then the door has a pocket with a zipper. Trying to be out of your way the best I can. And there you go. There is your hinged door. It's again, It's quite nice, especially for Jen, because she doesn't have to always deal with the zipper, with having to fight to get in and out. Works quite well, and I think this tent is going to serve us well. So only one thing left to do. Let me grab the top and we'll get that on. And now for the part where you all get to laugh at me. This is probably the hardest part to do by yourself, is put this top on, just simply because it's hard to kind of keep taut on both sides, you know what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to show you how I do it, and I'm not going to be able to show you everything because it takes two sides, but I'm going to kind of give you an idea. When I get over there and start attaching, I'll let you know what I'm doing. But first off, I'm just going to grab the bundle that you see bundled up there on the right hand side of that, and I'm going to toss it over the center. Now I'm going to go to the other side and start attaching, and I'll talk to you a little more about how I'm doing it, what I'm doing there. But the whole goal of it is never to let the side that you're currently looking at on the left there, never let it come over the other side. I'll show you. And that's probably good, maybe. You just kind of have to do your best. Okay, so I do have a corner over here, and there's a little hook in the side of the pole that it goes in. You'll be able to see it on the other side. And so I've got one in over here. I'm going to go ahead and sneak in a second on the next pole. And then I'm going to hold on to it while I come over here and get this first one in the front started. Sounds like a mean jet overhead. I don't know what it is. It's got a V-tail. A jet plane with a V-tail. I'm going to come over to the back and get it in. And just work my way around. Get this one in, and then kind of pull this over the back. I know you can't see me. Go clip in the others. And put in these poles. And there we have it. Okay, I will see you on the inside. Okay, there are two main reasons that I found that they call this the elite version, if you will, of the Weathermaster series. So First of all, it has the CPX6 lighting system in it, and so you get a little case like this, and you got a little manual with it. Inside of it, you get about this is your battery pack here, and ideally you put D cells in your battery pack. You put 4 D cells in there. That's what they want you to do. And well, I don't listen very well. And so what I do, I did make an adapter, but I just found out that I used the wrong size barrel connector, so I'll have to make another adapter, no big deal. And so you just undo your wire here, and plugs right into the top or front. And now what I did was I just ran a USB cord to the contacts on the inside of that. That's all I did. And then let me get this camera down here and show you. I've got it plugged into a Go Power Plus there, and I can turn the Go Power Plus on, and I know I'm pulling you all around. I have lights on my thing there. So lastly, there's a light that just kind of pushes in and turns up top. And it's hard for me to hold the camera and do that. I know I'm on a tripod, but it's not that big of a deal. Let me go ahead and get this off. The way I can show you, there's the light, and what happens, oh, well, the power went on. Hang on. I didn't do nothing with the thing, so it went off. Okay, so there's the switch. We're gonna go ahead, sorry, I'm out of frame there. Gonna go ahead and turn it on. So it's on. Look back up at the light. And there you go. And the other button is for a night light. So you've got a night light off, your brighter light, or you can dim it, or it's totally off. So you have 2 levels of your white light, and then you have a night light. So, and you know, as you can tell, it's LED. So using something like that Go Power Plus is kind of overkill on that. I mean, hell, probably get a week or 2 if that's all you were running. I'm sure that's not all you would be running, but that was my hack for it. And the other thing is the windows, how the windows will automatically roll themselves up when you unzip them. Let me get this back on the tripod and I will show you all about that. Okay, these are very reminiscent of the old slap wrist bracelets that you used to be able to get as a child, right? So that's essentially what these are, and they're color coded, as you can see, and I will show you where you can reference that code. So we're going to need a couple of orange here, which we have right there. And so let me set this off to the side, and there's pockets. There's your color coding right there. And there's pockets that you slide this up into, and I'm going to try to do it and not get in the way of the camera. Okay, and you want the concave part, the concave to be, you know, towards you. I know, it looks kind of strange, right? Watch this. Okay. Or did I put them in? I put them in backwards. You see how that is? Hang on. So you do not want the concave towards you. My apologies. Oop. Okay. Try that again. All right, now when you go to unroll it, you see that? It automatically rolls the windows up for you. Cool, huh? So that and the lighting system are the only two differences I see between the standard Weathermaster and the Elite Weathermaster. They both, I believe, have the divider that goes in the middle. I'm not going to show you that. That's not a big deal. But the Elite has the lighting system, the built-in lighting system. And other than that, I think they're pretty well identical. The Elite obviously is blue in color. But anyway, that's essentially how to put the tent on. I'm not going to put all the other window things in because I'm not going to leave the tent out. But what I am going to do is I'm going to show you the air mattress and that sleeping bag that we got. So I will see you in just a moment. Okay, quickly I am going to set up this mattress, and then I'm going to get everything torn down, and I'll shoot a hyperlapse video of me actually tearing it all down and putting it back in its bag, and hopefully that turns out well. So anyway, there's the mattress. As you can see, there's an electrical cord there, and so sorry for bumping the camera. Okay, and I'll undo this cord real quick and then I'll grab the camera. And I say real quick, but okay. Turn this a little bit here. There's a cord. Oops. How about we turn it the right way? There's a cord right here. Now I'm just going to use my Go Power Plus. Turn it on. And turn the mattress, power on the mattress. Scoot this back just a hair here. Just another one of many uses for that Go Power Plus. Works really, really well. And of course, an air mattress is something that if we were on foot, we wouldn't be carrying with us, bugging out, of course. That's just common sense. But if you could bug out with it, boy, would it sure make for a nice, comfortable rest. And that's important. If you can do it, do it. You know, if you can get that important rest in, that nice, comfortable, you know, good night's sleep, that can make all the difference in your performance the next day. So keep that in mind. Comfort is a thing, even in SHTF. You see, it blows this thing up pretty good. I mean, it doesn't take a whole long time to do it. Pretty impressive. I mainly wanted to get it all blown up and then, you know, get it, make sure that there's no holes in it. There shouldn't be because it's been stored nicely and all of that, so should be good to go. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and cut this part of the video, and I'll see you right back in a moment where I show you this this sleeping bag that I bought. So talk to you in a second. And the mattress is all blown up nice and firm there, as you can see. I really love that mattress. Anyway, let's check this out again, just as a reminder. This is from Wenzel, and it's a windy pass is what they call this. Sorry, wasn't on frame there. So I'll leave a link in the description of the video for the tent, the mattress, the sleeping bag here. I'll leave links. There'll be Amazon affiliate links, of course, so you know the drill with that, of course. Okay, so now let me get my knots out that I tied in here like an idiot, because I wanted to be cool. No, I wanted to have it tied up good. And I didn't think about untying them before I started this video, so my apologies for the boredness. Alright. Again, it's not an ultralight backpack. I mean, sleeping bag, something like that. And when they say stuff sack, you gotta stuff it. There we go. Let me move that camera up a bit. There you go. Trying to make it to where you can see it all. You see the feet over here, of course, and then the head. So, I mean, it's a nice size, as you can tell. It's not a small sleeping bag. A little zipper enclosure there. Okay, help keep your zipper. A little Velcro, I mean, enclosure. And then the bag unzips nicely. So, I mean, just under 50 bucks. I certainly cannot complain about that bag whatsoever. So anyway, that is what I was going to show you. Let me go ahead and get all this stuff packed up, and I'll shoot a hyperlapse video of me tearing down the tent. So I appreciate y'all watching. I hope you learned something. If you're into preparedness, I highly recommend you get on your outdoor gear if you haven't already, and make sure that you get something, if you can, get something to last. Okay, this is not necessarily a time to go cheap with everything if you can afford to get a little bit better. You know, obviously this isn't the best, but I do think that it's a step above the cheapest tents available. So anyway, I hope you all have a great day. Hope you learned something. Shalom.
Which has determined your fate. I've never seen so clear. I feel the end and it's near. The day of reckoning's here. The sound of deafening fear. You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me coming. You gon' die if you try. You just might get a little bit of trouble. K-N-I-F-E, right in your side. You will never see me. My energy is next level, so damn you better be careful. I got an angel and devil, he snaps me straight in the temple. I'm ready to be a rebel, I've got a lot of potential hidden inside of this vessel. That shit is so exponential. I need a first class ticket to the top, no limit. I don't play no gimmicks, I'ma take you to the clinic. If you want a taste, come at me and you will be replaced. They won't find a trace of